Greetings, loved ones. Acquaintance rape is when somebody, a teen, knows, a boyfriend or girlfriend, a friend, a classmate, or even someone they just met, who uses coercion, including drugs or alcohol, violence, or threats to force unwanted oral, vaginal, or anal sex. When this happens in a dating relationship, it is commonly known as date rape. Help us get these messages out. Please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and please share these messages with others. Today we're going to discuss a delicate topic, acquaintance rape. So what is dating or acquaintance rape? It is when somebody, I'm going to repeat this, is a teen, when somebody, a teen knows, a boyfriend or girlfriend, could be adult too, a friend, a classmate, or even someone they just met, uses coercion, including drugs or alcohol, violence, or threats to force unwanted sexual relations. When this happens in a dating relationship, it is commonly known as date rape. So how common is date rape? Unfortunately, it is very common. In some surveys, as many as 1 in 4 young women reported being verbally or physically pressured into having sex, while 1 in 10 high school girls and 1 in 20 boys reported being forced into sex at some point in their lives. More than 1/3 of acquaintance rape victims are between the ages of 14 and 17. So how can you help protect your teen from acquaintance rape? Although the blame for rape always lies with the rapist, there are some factors that can increase a teen's risk of date rape. And these things are frequently drinking to the point of being drunk or unable to resist sexual advances, using recreational drugs that impair judgment or make it difficult to resist sexual advances, outdated beliefs about sexual roles, such as thinking that someone who pays for a date has the right to expect sex, and a prior history of rape or sexual victimization. Parents can help teens stay safe by giving them the information and support they need to make smart choices and avoid risky situations. Parents can give their teens reliable information about sex, including ways to protect themselves from sexually transmitted disease and pregnancy, about alcohol and drugs, including date rape drugs such as Rohypnol and GHB, and the qualities of healthy relationships. You know, talking about these topics can be hard, but the more open and honest you are with your teen, the more likely it will be that he or she will turn to you with any questions and concerns. In fact, in a recent survey of American high school students, 9 out of 10 teens said it would be easier to delay sexual activity if they were able to have more open, honest conversations with their parents about sexual issues. For help in what to say and how to say it, let's look at some resources that are available. This information has been included in our description of this video teaching. So here are some additional resources for keeping teens safe, general information on acquaintance rape and prevention. The Advocates for Youth Parent Sex Ed Center is at www.advocatesforyouth.org/parents/index.htm. There's the Committee for Children Preventing Sexual Harassment and Date Rape. That's a long one, so you can find it in the description. There's the Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault Coalition Date Rape, What You Need to Know. That again is in the description. And the National Childhood Traumatic Stress Network Preventing Acquaintance Rape, a safety guide for teens. There is the information on date rape drugs, Cleveland Clinical Journal of Medicine, Date Rape Drugs, What Parents Should Know. That's in our description. And then the Federal Bureau of Investigation Tips for Parents, The Truth About Club Drugs. Then there's the Parent, the Anti-Drug, Rohypnol, and GHB, How to Avoid Date Rape Drugs. And that website is also included. What should I do if my teen is a victim of acquaintance rape or date rape? First and foremost, you need to stay calm. I know you might want to explode and go crazy and you're angry, but your teen may have exercised poor judgment and broken the rules by violating curfew, sneaking out of the house, drinking, or even using drugs, but rape is not a punishment for poor judgment. Even if your teen engaged in risky or inappropriate behavior, he or she did not ask for or deserve to be raped. It is understandable to feel angry and upset, but it is important to aim your anger at the rapist and not at your teen. You want to get medical attention for your teen as soon as possible, even if your teen doesn't look hurt or doesn't want to see a doctor. Make sure that your teen does not change clothes, shower, or brush his or her teeth. Don't wash their hands either. The medical team and law enforcement may need to collect evidence from your teen's clothing and body. You want to contact law enforcement to report the rape and encourage your teen to share as much information as possible. And you also want to seek counseling for your teen. You want to seek a counselor who specializes in sexual abuse, who can help you and your teen cope with what just happened. Medical professionals and law enforcement officers can guide you in finding help. You can also contact your local mental health services agency, child advocacy center, or child trauma center. So here's some additional info on where to seek help if your teen has been raped. You want to get your information on acquaintance rape and prevention. This information has been included in our description of the video teaching. So there is the Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault Coalition, how to help a friend or family member who's been raped. There's the National Childhood Traumatic Stress Network, What Do I Do Now? A survival guide for victims of acquaintance rape. There's the National Children's Alliance state-by-state listing of children's advocacy centers, which are community-based facilities dedicated to providing support and care to victims of child abuse, including sexual abuse and rape. There is the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network, RAIN, to help a loved one. There is Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, Center for Substance Abuse Prevention, what to do if your child is raped or sexually assaulted. This is all information that you can go to and get the help that you need. According to the CDC, over half of all children in the world, that's 1 billion children ages 2 to 7, experience violence every year. The question is not if you'll encounter a victim of violence. The question before God is, what will you do when you do encounter them? You could be the person who saves a life. Micah 6:8 says, He has showed you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you? To do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly with your God. You are called. We are all called to be champions for justice. There is a way out. It is not your fault. Abuse is not love. You are not alone. If you are suffering violence, reach out to someone today. If you find yourself in a dangerous situation, call 911 for help. If you know of a child or other person suffering violence, tell the authorities. In our next episode, we will talk about prevention of acquaintance or date rape. Until then, God bless you.